It's your girl Nanama Elorm. Once again, welcome to another exciting episode on Elorm Echoes. Say what? Clack it. Today's story is a very exciting one, an intriguing one, an emotional one. It's centered on love between two people, male and a female, but then a distance and a period, of being distant affects their bond, their love. And so, let's see how this unfolds. Sit tight, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do, and like. And also, at the end of the story, do not forget or hesitate to leave a comment. And so, let's get right into the story.
Elorm echoes. Every story has a voice.
The title of today's story is The Love Left Behind, Never Lost. The airport tarmac was blurred by rain the day Jeffery left. He was 22, armed with a scholarship to study architecture in London, a suitcase full of dreams, and the heavy heart of a man leaving his soulmate behind. Aww. Clara stood by the security gate, her eyes shining with unshed tears. She smiled, that radiant, breathtaking smile that had always been Jeffrey's anchor. 10 years feels like an eternity, he whispered, holding her face in her hands. An eternity is nothing when we have a lifetime on the other side of it, Clara replied. Clara get her to 10 years. Interesting. If it be you, you go agree. Go build our future, Jeffery. I'll be right here. Clara is going to wait for 10 good years for Jeffery to return from London. Let's see how the story unfolds. For the first 4 years, their love defied the thousands of miles between them. They spoke every single day. Handwritten letters crossed the ocean. The late-night video calls kept their bond unbreakable. Jeffery worked sleepless nights, balancing grueling master's courses and part-time jobs, all driven by the vision of returning to Clara. Then, the world shifted. A severe economic crisis hits Clara's home country, followed by a massive telecommunication collapse in her region. Hey Charlie, this story go long. At the same time, Jeffrey's apartment in London was burgled. His phone, laptop, and the journal containing Clara's backup contact details were stolen. Ayeka. When Jeffery tried to call her old landline, it was disconnected. Letters he sent returned weeks later, stamped, address unknown. Clara's neighborhood had been heavily redeveloped, and her family had been forced to move. Just like that, a silence fell between them. A silence that lasted for 6 agonizing years. Jeffery achieved everything he had set out to do. By 32, he was a partner at a prestigious architectural firm. Well, that's great news. He bought a beautiful home, drove a luxury car, and his name was celebrated in design magazines. Yet, his life was an empty shell. He hired private investigators, flew back home multiple times, and searched social media endlessly. But Clara and her family seemed to have vanished into thin air. Every woman he met paled in comparison to the memory of the girl who loved him when he had nothing. Aww. That's so thoughtful of Jeffrey, by the way. What is the use of building a palace? Jeffrey wrote in his diary, if the queen I built it for is nowhere to be found. Imagine. In the spring of his 10th year away, Jeffrey returned home permanently to open a new branch of his firm. Shortly after his arrival, his childhood best friend Marcus was getting married. The wedding was grand, filled with laughter, music, and opulence. Jeffrey sat near the front, trying to smile for his friend, though a familiar melancholy weighed on his chest. During the reception, Jeffrey walked towards the catering area to get a glass of water. That was when he saw her. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, 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 bye. I'm really loving this story. That was when he saw her, Clara. She was clearing empty plates from a table. She wore a faded, oversized catering uniform. Her hair, though still beautiful, was pinned back haphazardly. Her hands, which she used to paint vibrant canvases, were rough and chapped from hard labor. The economic collapse had taken everything from her family, forcing her into extreme poverty just to survive. The struggles of life, indeed, man. Jeffrey froze, his heart hammered against his ribs so violently it felt deafening. Clara? He breathed. The woman stiffened. She slowly turned around when her eyes met Jeffrey's. A plate slipped from her fingers, shattering on the floor. The sophisticated, impeccably dressed man standing before her was unrecognizable. From the boy in the oversized coat she had kissed goodbye at the airport, tears pooled in her eyes, spilling over her pale, tired cheeks. She looked down at her tattered shoes, suddenly overwhelmed by shame, and turned to run. Charlie, you the run? Jeffrey didn't care about the shattered porcelain or the stares of the wedding guests. He sprinted after her, catching her arm in the courtyard just as the rain began to fall. Just like the day he left. Don't run, please, Clara. Don't run from me. Jeffrey wept, pulling her into a fierce, desperate embrace. Clara sobbed into his chest, her hands trembling. Look at me, Jeffrey. I have nothing. I lost everything. I'm not the beautiful girl you left behind. Jeffrey held her tighter, his own tears soaking her uniform. You are the best woman I have ever met in my life. You are my home. I don't care about anything else. I am never letting you go again. Never. Charlie, Jeffrey be tough man though. Take your flowers, take your flowers. Jeffrey took Clara straight to his home that night. He didn't care about the lost years. He only cared about the present. Over the next few weeks, he surrounded her with the love, medical care, and peace she had been denied for so long. I want to cry. I want to cry. He remembered her dreams, even the ones she thought poverty had buried forever. Clara had always wanted to own a boutique floral and art studio, a place to bring beauty to the world. Within 2 months, Jeffrey surprised her with the keys to a stunning, fully funded shop in the heart of the city arts district. With Clara's pride and stability restored, Jeffrey did what he had wanted to do a decade ago. He tracked down her elderly parents who were living in a modest rental and bought them a comfortable home. This is so cute. So generous of, Jeffrey to have done this and even remembered. On a quiet Sunday evening, in front of her emotional parents, Jeffrey knelt before Clara. He didn't offer her a promise of a future success. He offered her a fulfillment of a decade-old vow. 10 years ago, I asked you to wait, Jeffrey said, his voice streaked with emotion. You waited through the silence, through the hardships, and through the pain. Now, I want to spend the rest of my life making sure you never cry another tear of sorrow. Clara, radiant once more, her smile blindingly beautiful, whispered, "Yes." Yes. You know, go talk yes. You go talk yes. Their love had been tested by time, distance, and poverty. But like pure gold refined in a fire, it emerged unbroken. They had lost contact, but their souls had never stopped searching for each other. This brings me to the end of this story, Charlie. See, goosebumps all over me. What do you think about the story? Can you wait that long? To be honest, for me, nah. I don't know. I don't think I will have the strength to be able to wait for 10 good years for the love of my life to travel out of the country, come back, without me hearing from him. Aline, what do you think? Can you wait? Distance relationship really survive this kind of test of time? Let me know what you think in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.